In this video, we visit the oldest DIY store in Liverpool. So welcome back to Preferred Joinery. My name is Alex Riddick and thanks for coming back and watching as always. But in this video we take a little deep dive into a bit of history. So there is an old hardware store in Liverpool called Preferred Hardware. Most people who are from Liverpool will know how good that store was. I remember from back in the day because my dad used to always go and used to park outside and be sitting there, and there was a whole row of shops, terraces made into one big hardware store. And today we're going out to a coffee shop that has basically took a bit of the name but been a little bit clever how they've done it. And obviously there's food and coffee, but being preferred has done the shop front. So we're going to go there today, show you that, show you a little bit inside. Also a couple of other jobs that we did in the vicinity, bars, we're going to show you them. And then in the factory, again, something special. Danny boy is back from his 40th and we are going to show you how we put together the sashes once they're all been painted and primed and glazed. So he's going to get all the cords in, get all the pulley wheels in, put the sashes in and get it all ready to show you what it's like just before we put the weights in. So good little day. So yeah, let's get cracking. So let's go and see Danny now.
I got the airport at 4 in the morning. I just seen one of my mates and I just looked at it. They're all like that, it's gonna end bad this, you know.
So did you know you were going away then?
And
did you know where you were going?
No, and then she went, you're going to Benno, and then, hey, can I have the keys? Because they love it there. But insane,
yeah, so Danny was telling you last week, weren't I? Danny was about to turn the big old 4-0 and he was planning a little spa day. Well, his missus said he planned a spa day, but she packed the stuff and said we're going away, flying. Go to the airport, you're going somewhere warm. And when he turned up, all his mates were in the airport, and it turned out he was going to the good old Benno. So Danny thought he was getting a nice little break, but no ale.
Feel worse.
Yeah, like, ropey now, isn't he? And then he's straight back in and we're filming him. Oh. How good's that? So yeah, so today, the nice big order that you've seen us build now for the past couple of weeks is all fully glazed, and Danny is doing a nice part of the job now, which is putting all your beads on, aren't you?
Yeah. Fit the sash out, get it all ready for the weights to just go in.
Yeah, so we're going to cord it all up, put all the sashes in, put all the part and beads in, not put the weights in though, are we? Because doesn't want them in, does he, Dave? No. So we're going to leave the weights off, not fit them today. Because I say Dave, the fitter, wants to have ease to lift them in.
Yeah, they'll be heavy.
Because they'll be heavy, some of these, won't they?
I think this one, the likes of this will be about £140 just for this window.
Yeah.
In weight.
Oh. So you're feeling it, aren't you?
I got put to bed at 7 on the first night.
Did you?
Oh, drink at 4 in the morning though.
Was you half asleep?
What?
Half asleep like that?
Yeah. Fell asleep standing up in a bar.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was brilliant, you know.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's a good feeling when you see everyone there knowing
that.
It
was brilliant, like, but then I've got a couple of mates who, you know, it's just going to get out of hand. And it did.
Yeah. Weather good?
What?
Was the weather sound? The weather?
Yeah, 31 degrees and that, you know.
Nice.
Yeah, it was lovely, we all burnt and that. But we hardly there.
No.
That's when it goes downhill. One of my mates had one crisp.
All week? All weekend?
No, in a day. On a 20 odd hour rift we've done. It's hard going.
Tough, innit? Probably took about 5 weeks off your life on that little trip there.
He took the whole week off work because he knew he'd have to recover.
So on here now then, you're just measuring out, aren't you, cutting?
Measuring out, yeah. All 4 of them are the same length. Just measure the length, the height of the box. So how you know how much cord.
Is that all you do, yeah?
Yeah. I cut all 4 together so then I can get that out of my way.
So obviously, yeah, 4 pulleys, 4 sets of cords.
Yeah.
4 sets of weights.
Yeah.
All the weights the same size?
Generally a pound or 2 difference from the top to the bottom sash. The top's always like a pound lighter either weight.
Is it, yeah?
So if it's the 26 for the tops, it'll be 27 for the bottoms. Somewhere along the line.
So like we won't need to hang the weights to know it's going to work then, will we?
No, because we've already weighed the weights.
Sashes.
So then when you weigh the sashes, we divide it into 2 and then we send it off. Now we'd say we need 2 at £26, and then we just know they'll work because we've done a few years.
So then they weigh and cut into size, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, which is a good thing. Like, obviously, the only way we weigh the weights is if we're cutting lead for it. After the box, the inside side of the box is too small to take the steels.
Okay. So this is the nice bit, isn't it, really?
Yeah, this is
the clean bit, isn't it?
Yeah. It is, yeah.
Just putting it together, the final bit, the nice dressing bit. So you just screw it then, tack it in?
Yeah, we used to use clout nails years ago. But obviously when he was putty and everything, the putty would fall off as you're banging it and stuff, and obviously it sticks in properly with them.
Better, and if you need to
if
adjust it,
yeah, you can take it out.
So it's always the same cord, isn't it then?
What's
It's always the same cord.
Yeah. Strong gear that. You can get other ones with wax and stuff on, but this colours and everything, I think. So these have all been undercoated and that, haven't they, these ones?
Yeah.
Sashes.
So primed and undercoated.
Yeah, I think they've had 2 coats of undercoat, I think. No more. Supposed to be out this weekend, but very much doubt that. So,
The easy slide it in, don't you then?
Yeah.
Put your cords through.
Put my cords through, but then I've got to put the draft seal in the groove there of the sash
Okay, yeah.
first before I cord it up. It's easier to do it when it's down that end.
So that's just the draft strip then?
Yeah.
Between the sashes?
Yeah, between the sashes, yeah, because everywhere else is like double draft stripped, isn't it? So...
They sticky back them, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it goes into the parting bead as well.
So I bet you're going to take another week, aren't you, then, before your body's back in motion?
Said to me today, so I think I need that spar now.
Yeah, it's bucket.
Oh, it was great though, you know.
Yeah, it's boss that.
I don't know how they kept it a secret all along.
So you didn't have no idea, no?
No, not at all. Because like, my mates normally say, oh, we can't wait to go on holiday and all this. I done Cheltenham in Benidorm last year with them for their 40th. None of them had mentioned anything at all. They were just like, oh, when you get back, we'll organise a meal and that.
So you were happy with that, weren't you?
I was happy with that. It was a nice quiet one. I hate a bit of any fuss about me.
That's why they probably done it that way then.
Yeah.
Good surprise, that.
In case I didn't turn up.
Yeah, so by the first day, you got excited.
Joel, pull on that, please. Yeah, pull it down. Right, keep pulling.
And then draft stripped again there, yeah.
So it's nicely double draft.
Oh yeah, so it sits up nice then, doesn't it?
Yeah. Let me get me a little tool so it doesn't split.
So then how's that get fixed in then? Just by the pressure of the side ones?
No, I've got to bang it into that groove now, but I've made a
little tool, innit?
Made a little thing so I don't split it.
Oh, it's a nice snug fit, that.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about a snug little fit then.
Yeah.
There you are.
So
then it's the same again, right up each side.
So we cut, because we've got to turn these opposites along here. So
you have to stop it there.
Stop it there, cut it there so you don't see the joint halfway. Oh, see, look at that way up there then. So I'll remark that. You cut it halfway.
So that's in between then, isn't it?
That'll go in that way, but the bottom one will go in opposite. You'll see the draft strip, so it's against the bottom sash.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's the front draft strip of it, and then the bead will go over there.
Yeah.
That's double coated then, draft sealed.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, Danny's just putting the second sash in now, sliding it down. You can see how nice that fits in there. Luckily it's not sprayed, isn't it? Well, you wouldn't get that, would you?
No, you wouldn't get that.
You know, when you're building the spray ones, then is it easier to build?
It's exactly the same process, right? But obviously, you've got to make... What I've done to that is the same thing, it's just you've got to be more careful with the sprayed ones.
So even when you're knocking it, is it easier to knock them in, though, you think?
Well, we check all that before it comes in, and yeah, generally that's normally alright to knock in that. It's just obviously, I don't know why it's a little bit tight. It was a little bit tight in the middle, where all this side to sides went down, nice and easy, didn't have to bang them as much, but the sprayed ones, yeah, the only problem with the sprayed ones, you've got to be a little bit more careful. Where I've just lifted that in on my own, I'd need a lift in case that chipped it. It's just a little bit more labour.
Makes sense, yeah.
You know, because you don't want to take the chance of chipping it. Whereas that you can touch up a bit, can't you?
I was just saying to Danny as well before, how does, you know, it works at the minute. So obviously you can see all this going in and it's working going in. It's because he already built this, which you will have seen when it was before it was even painted. So once he's done all the preparation, sanded it down, he's eased it all in, put it together like this now, obviously without the pulley wheels and without the cords in and without the glass. Made sure it's all square, and then it's been glazed and now painted, now going in.
You can put it together then without worrying about it. See, it's nice and flat now. To take the sash, I'll take the same fasteners.
Yeah.
So, same again, before I forget. Got to screw the cord for the top sash so it doesn't drop.
When you lift it?
Yeah.
So we'll be able to test the bottom sash then, won't we? When we lift it?
Just, yeah, it'll be heavy, but you'll be able to see it slide.
So when do you pin this in then, don't you?
Yeah. There we go. That's why we haven't painted the outsides.
Oh yeah.
That needs undercoating, and so does that.
So all you've done is undercoat the sashes to begin with?
And the insides of the boxes.
And then undercoat this last?
Yeah, that, both sides.
We're going to move it around, yeah.
Obviously, because we've got to get it on the bench and that.
So your full process there then is, the box has already been knocked up, hasn't it? Put on the bench.
Yeah.
And then you get your sashes out, start getting all lines up, putting the cords in on the first sash.
Yeah, put the sash in. Put the sash, cut the cords to the length of the box.
Yeah.
Cut 4 at the same size. Then we screw 2 to the top sash, put that in, and then we cut the parting bead for the head, put the draft seal in the parting bead for the head, knock that in, and then we get the parting bead for the sides, but we cut them halfway through the meeting rail.
Oh yeah, because then you twist it round.
Then we spin it round the opposite sides for the bottom sash.
Yeah.
Draft seal in them, put them in, and the same process, put the cord on the bottom sash, put the bottom sash in, put it all in, and then put our beads in already with the draft seal in. That's it.
Screw the
top sash. I've screwed the cord of the top sash so it doesn't drop until I wait to get put on it.
Good stuff, Dan. Well in, lads.
Want to just do it there like
what's the nicer side? This side?
It's got all your patterns on it, all your moulds and that this side, like.
So go ahead, yeah, let's see. Operation.
Yeah, where do you want to lift it?
There we go. So obviously no weights are in it yet.
You can see there's your draft strip there to stop that. So when the fasteners goes on, it closes up against it.
Oh yeah, so you got your furniture to go on there, haven't we? Did we put anything else on it then, furniture wise? You have to put it
when it gets fitted, because obviously through transport you stick over. You put your 2 lifts on, sash lifts, and your sachet.
To pull it down.
Oh,
nice though, innit?
That's the process, like. Yeah.
Beautiful. So that's it now, how many more now have we got to do?
14.
So there you go, there's the process of Danny doing what he's done. He's just got to pin them up, haven't you?
Yeah, pin them, and fasteners on.
And job done.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So while the weather's still sunny, let's get out to the city centre and go and see the jobs, and that one being the hardware shop. Probably stand over there and just get it, I'll confirm it and then so did you do the windows as well? On the top, the sashes? Obviously as you can see we're now in town. nice busy road. This road here used to be home to one of the biggest hardware stores in Liverpool, Rapid, and it was renowned. Even my dad used to go years ago, and every single building, even though they're all like terraces, was occupied by them all the way down. A lot of it's still all boarded off and meant to be getting plans, or they've got plans to build a hotel, but it's all fell through, so I don't know what's happening at the moment. But this building that we actually did about 2 years ago now is actually a decent coffee shop now, renowned for good coffee, and they've actually called it Hardware to keep on the tradition of it being hardware shops that were all down here. Now Preferred did the bifolding doors and the 2 doors. I've just had to check with Mike whether or not we did the sash windows up the top, but it's hard to tell, to be honest with you, because you can't remember, and I think we might obviously look fairly new, to be fair. But looking at it, you know, it's a decent shop. Go in and get a coffee in a minute. So yeah, looking at it, you can see it's the Preferred style again, albeit these have done the painting themselves, and he painted it like a charcoal blacky colour, like an anthracite grey, but still looks decent. Obviously the 2 doors done, bifolding doors, the little signature move that we do on all the shop fronts that we offer. As I say, good coffee, so I'm going to go in and get one for me and Niall, but I'm on the decaf today because I already had a proper coffee this morning on my coffee machine, and I'll end up having an heart attack. So Americano for Niall and a flat white decaf for me. Alright, can I take 2 coffees take away?
Yeah, of course.
You been in here? Boss in here, isn't it? Done a good job, haven't you? Oh, yeah, see they put all the hardware stuff on, belter. Can I have 1 decaf flat white and 1 Americano, please? Black Americano.
Black Americano, amazing. Just haven't had these guys.
Oh, there, yeah.
Touchscreen, yeah.
Oh, yeah, go on.
It's a bit of kit, that. Oh my God.
YouTube, innit?
Oh, is it?
We done the front. We done the doors in the front. So we filmed for them. So we see all the shop front that you've got.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We did all of that.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah. So like we basically go around and film jobs that we've done once they're open.
Oh, sick.
You know what I mean? So
nice.
like you think you name somewhere in town and our company's probably built it.
You probably put it all together. That's so cool. I like that you've got like proper social media for it as well.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to improve. And old company's been going for like 28 years, so you can imagine.
Yeah.
It wasn't like this.
You've got to go around a lot of places.
Yeah. So we're going. Yeah. So so all today I've got to have 100 coffees today. Only messing. No. So basically, see the shop front. Yeah. We built that in a workshop. Yeah. So we're just filming the outside. So we have a YouTube channel for the company, and we just showcase jobs that we've done. So, but as I say, I was just explaining them with loads of jobs, or loads of shops and bars you know of in town. We've done all of them. Yeah. Concert Square, done all of them. No, I don't do it physically. The lads do it in the workshop, so I can't take the credit for that. You know what I mean? I'm just out there trying to show it. So we're obviously just sitting down having a little coffee. Little tradition for me and Niall now when we get out and about, buy the coffees in. Our YouTube ads might be paying for this nearly. Only joking. So yeah, in hardware now, and you can see how good they've done it. And as I say, a lot of history's down here over the years. I'm going to try and get some photos from art to B-roll for you, so you can see what it was like. And it's good that, you know, someone has embraced the history of the street and tried to incorporate it into their new brand. You know, selling coffee, which is, you know, up and coming now with loads of people are setting coffee shops up, and a lot of people go out to coffee more than actually go out and get on the ale. I prefer to get on the coffee now than to go out and have a pint all day, and I think a lot more people are sort of going that way. It's a big tradition now to go and spend £4 on a coffee, whereas, you know, a couple of years back it was sort of eyebrows were raised. But inside and here now, like, you can see how good behind me, how good it is. And they've just been saying about a little secret bar underneath that they did with all the old hardware signs on the ceiling, which I might try and have a look behind, see if we can find it. But again, another business in Liverpool that is doing very well for the city that Preferred have supplied the shop front for. And again, anyone who's watching this and they've got a business themselves and they're looking to have a shop front done, bar front, whatever you want to call it, come and speak to us, because we believe we are the best in the Northwest at doing it. And as we've shown you now how many jobs we've shown you so far, and this is jobs again that Mike forgets about over the years that he's even done. We've shown you and showcased what we've done and who them brands are, so we are trusted within the bar, restaurant, shop community to do work like this, which is decent. And I say we're trying to showcase as best we can what we do. And going on from here, there's another 2 bars up the road, which will come back to the factory. We'll show you them as well. So have our coffees and then we'll bounce. So we're now on the next ones now. As we're cutting through town, thought we might as well stop off and show you these. So you've got the beer engine, which is another bar that we've done the doors and the shop front on. And then just a little bit further down, same owner owns the Tom Thumb, it's called again. Bar, the shop front, and on both of these we also do the little the timber for him on his bar, where he does like the pieces of different types of wood. There's 4 different types of wood we use for him, cut down, and he sticks it on the front of the bar. This is the same guy who owns the Peacock that you've seen us go and do, the one in West Derby Village, and the one who owns the olive, is it the olive tree? I can't remember what it's called now, behind. Same guy owns these bars. So as you can see by looking at these are the Preferred Joinery doors. And again, another busy bar. Years ago it used to be called Bumper. This bar I used to actually go myself. Proper student bar, even though I weren't a student. I used to just turn up on like a Wednesday night, Thursday night to get pissed. Gone are them days for me. There's a little coffee shop there, that's a good one, Niall. I'll try it another day, called Coffee. You been? Have you? No, that'd be a good one to do there, like.
Loveliest one at the moment ever, that.
Boss, isn't it? Pilgrim Street. Nearly bought a couple of hours on there. We just unlucky on the bidding process.
Imagine to snap them up quick.
Ah, mate, do a boss student ones, 5 student ones together. That's it now, yeah. So you had the final one. Again, same owner. We've done a little bit of work on the shop front, not much to be fair, just new inlays of the sash. But we did the bar, which you can see. It's actually shut, so I can't go in and show you. But you can see the different types of wood we've used there, and it's a little signature piece that this owner does on a couple of bars. He's done the same on the Peacock, which you will have seen, and the same on the olive bar behind. But looking through the glass there, you'll have a little peep. So you can see all the panels there now with the little cup handles on, and that's again a signature piece that they do. And it's like 4 different types of timber: hardwood, softwood, oak, and I don't know what the other one is he uses, to be honest with you. I'll have to ask Mike. But as I say, we machine all them pieces for them, put a little profile on it, and then they obviously put them on their bar. Then it's like a nice little way of doing it. Got a little touch, to be fair, quite authentic, and sort of always the similar style he does in all the bars. But it's only a little small one now. So the vans are back. The flatbed and the Luton are now fully wrapped, and you can see them there. Look at that, for an advertising for the company. So when that's driving about now, not only is it doing deliveries at a bigger scale for us, more than the flatbed, it's actually doing a good advertisement, like a billboard on wheels. Remember them years ago we used to see them with the triangle driving around and with the music on. Might put some music on that while Richard's driving around in it, because this is Richard's van, what he uses. But as I say, look at that now, billions QR codes on. You can see that we're on YouTube, a list of services that we do, the right email address, the website, no more fax is gone. And yeah, you know, it's a colour that's a little bit out of the ordinary, but a colour that will be remembered by people because it is different. And as I say, the flatbed, a little bit older, but still been wrapped. Little bit of TLC work we want to do on there, and then all good to go. So you can see there, you know, great then. Just making the most of this office while it's still here. Obviously the container's outside, and we're in the process now of just getting the office furniture ready to change over and move into there. We're actually doing interviews for a new member of staff to be in the office as well, who will deal with the sales / estimating role on the front end side of Preferred, which is what we're working on. Carly, who you really don't see on camera, she's ready to drop any time now, so she's having a baby obviously, so she's going to go off, and at the minute she does everything. So we want to try and bring this person in who will take a lot of pressure off Carly, and then Carly's role then change into being more back end even more, which is just payroll, HR, accounts, paying people, you know, all the intricate stuff, the trustworthy stuff, shall we say. She, obviously being family still, and obviously she's been across it for years now, she will just take more of a backseat, deal with that, and the more front end customer face is going to be the new role for the new person. As I say, interviews have been happening this week, and we're down to the last 2 people, so I'm just waiting for them to come back to us now and decide then who it's going to be, and hopefully, you know, we pick someone who's good, who can be with it. It's chair's rocky in it. I don't think this can go in there. This has definitely got to go. We've got to get a new chair for inside the office. So as I say, yeah, make the most of while we're still in here now, and show you that this is going to be changed into the painting booth. Not too quickly, but we will get it done in the end. But I say the priority now is get that container boxed. Again, good to see the vans are now here, just waiting on the signs to be made for the front and back of the units. And then another thing that we've had to do as well, so you remember a couple of episodes back now, I don't know if I mentioned it, HSC had come out and we'd done a random inspection on Preferred itself, and he pulled us on a couple of things, only small housekeeping things really, which we've adhered to. And we had to do some amendments to our risk assessment method statements. But on Friday just gone, I had a phone call with one of the inspectors who was telling me about a company in St Helens who's just been fined £20,000 because one of the guys had cut the finger off in one of the machines. Similar sort of manufacturing company to us, just been fined 20k plus fees, and then that's not including what the insurance has got to pay out, and they're struggling to get paid out by the insurance because they've got no real evidence of what happened, and whether they're covered or not. And she was saying what you need to do, and what they're advising most companies now going forward, is just put CCTV on top of the machines so that yourselves and the employees who are working on there are all covered, so that if the insurance comes on and tries not to pay out, you can show that you were using the machine correctly. Because what they're trying to do with that company is not pay out on the injury, because they're saying that the employee wasn't using the machine correctly in terms of having the guards on, this, that, the other, and whatever processes. But on the other hand, they're also saying the employer didn't have the correct procedures in place, like risk assessment method statements and training. So it's a catch-22, both are getting it from both angles, and the insurance try anything not to pay. They'll go down every single avenue to not pay out. So obviously that person's lost a finger or the thumb, can't remember now. But obviously they're not going to be able to work the same ever again, so therefore they do need to be, you know, compensated for that. Insurance is what you go to, which is why you have the insurance. Most companies have to have it, but they are trying to get out of it. So what they said to us is record where you have the machine, so that in the event of an accident you can go back to the footage, pull it up, check things are all in place and done right, and then you've got nothing, or the insurance has got nothing to come back to you at then. And then they also raised another thing to me, which was a company in Salford. They've just been fined 500 grand, and the company's gone now, bump, because they couldn't afford to pay it. And that was an apprentice, was on a bandsaw, and he cut the finger and the thumb off on the bandsaw. And again, they had no evidence of things being used properly, no CCTV of showing what they done. Was the company has been held liable, saying he shouldn't have let the apprentice use it on his own. They were saying that there was someone next to the apprentice as he was using it, but again, no evidence. So the insurance again trying not to pay out. The company's gone bump because they couldn't afford to pay the 500k to HSE, and now no one's got no work. So we're trying to future-proof ourselves. We've just updated all our risk assessments, and I say we're going to put cameras on top of the machines so that it covers the lads and it covers us in the event of anything happen. Hopefully it never does. The lads have been here for 20 years, but with us getting new people coming in, like new apprentices and new machinist who's going to be based up in the factory there with Devo, we just want to make sure we've got everything covered, and you know, we're not going to lose a company that we're trying to grow and build just because someone has an accident and we're not doing things properly, and the guys aren't either. So yeah, without boring you too much there with the stuff like that, it's something for people to watch out for. If you run a similar business to us, make sure you've got everything in order, and that's something that we're working on. Same in our other companies, the construction side, the property side, and the heating and plumbing side of the business, the grab and aggregate side of the business, trying to run it all tight and make sure it's all good on the health and safety side. So yeah, without me going on too much, today's been a great day in terms of what we've filmed, recorded. Again, good doing the hardware store there and the history behind that. Go getting out, showing you another job that Preferred done, And if anyone's watching this and knows of anyone who wants any work doing, put them in touch with us. And I might even start doing, because I want to track orders that are coming in from YouTube. If you recommend us to someone, give them your name or do something. I might come up with something whereby you can give like a bit of a referral code so that like you earn something off the back of doing it, and then we can track whether we're winning enough jobs off the back of doing this channel, not only for the entertainment for the viewer at home, but also to bring work into the company. Not that we're stacked at the minute anyway, but I just want to try and track it. So yeah, have a good weekend. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, because I read all the comments, by the way, so it's nice to see the engagement, and I want to pick that up and build a decent community there of people who are into joinery stuff and just into watching what we do. So yeah, good weekend. See you next week.